Alright, we are back, and this is the take 2 of the take 2 video, because I just had an Enderman photobomb me, and I figured I'd restart. So, anyways, welcome back. Sorry we're a little bit late today, a whole lot late. It's going to be coming out almost 12 hours late today. I've had a bad couple of days. I think everything's worked out now. Nothing important, nothing for anybody to worry about. So don't fret your little heads. But anyways, I have been running this sluice like crazy. And it's always full because this cannot handle what I am feeding it. So we're making a sluice first off. And that is what I have prepped for today. So first things first, let's get the centrifuge made. We actually need to make 2 sets of robust machine casings, because we're going to need that for the turbine and for the sluice. So we'll go ahead and make both. And we're doing a steel centrifuge. I'll explain this in a little bit on why. Let's just get everything made for right now. I already explained it the other day, but I will go over it again. Alright, so there's our steel centrifuge. And now we need to make a steel turbine, which we're just going to put in steam, because that will tell us our turbine recipe, which is like that. But we need to make the bolts. And for anybody that doesn't already know, you can eventually make the rotors here in a welding machine and not need the screws. So that will be nice. But right now we have to have screws. So we're going to go ahead and get these put together, which is like this. And then these around like that. And we need screwdriver, hammer, and file. Just got to remember the order. There we go. Alright, so those go around the edge. And we need the 2 gears. Long rod in the center. We need that right there. And then wrench top. And that gives us our steel turbine. Now, for anybody that doesn't know, whenever you hear me say a specific turbine, I will usually say a steel or bronze. I'm not losing my mind. Just there is the bronze steam turbine, there's the brass steam turbine, and there is the Invar steam turbine. But they are still bronze rated. They still use a bronze casing. So I am saying bronze Invar because I'm making it out of bronze with Invar parts. So this will be a steel turbine. Okay, so we got that done. Now, for the turbine, we need 192 steam is the center. We can do 96, but 96 will only put out 32 RU. We need 64. So, therefore, we need to make 2 dense boilers. They put out 96 apiece. Oh no, they take 96 heat, they put out 192 steam. Man, if I could ever read those numbers in the right direction. So I really only need 1 of these. But we're going to make 2. And we'll save the second one for something else. Because right now, we only need this to... I don't know how fast we need this to run, to be honest. So we're going to hook up 1, see if it does what we need, and then we'll hook up the other one if we need. Now we need to make a burning box for this. And we are going with, we could do a dense bronze burning box, which will do the 96 heat. I think we can also do titanium if we had that available, but we don't have titanium available currently. So we're going to have to go with the bronze, because if you look at the titanium, it's 85%, where bronze is only 75%. So it would be better if we could, but we can't. So we won't. So now we need quintuple bronze plates, which is 5 bronze each. So 5, 10, 15, 20. So we are going to need 40 bronze, and we have 39. Do I have one more bronze plate around here? Oh, look, I got one more bronze plate. Okay, so we need to make big bunches. So we're going to do 8 of these as doubles. And then I'm going to take this off, stack it over there. And now we'll turn those into triples. Triples into quads. And quads into quintuples. And there we go. And yes, eventually you can get away from the anvil. You can do a rolling machine with a quintuple bronze ingot and make that into the plates, and you can weld those up in the welding machine, but you have to have the welding machine and a rolling machine to do so, and we're not ready for that yet. Alright, so now we're going to be doing 96 heat, we're going to be doing 192 steam, and up until now we have been using copper pipes, and the copper pipes are only 100 bandwidth. That's not going to work. So we can do, let's see, pipe. We can do small bronze, which is 150. That's still not enough. We can do regular bronze, which is 450. We can do regular copper, which is 300. I think we're going to go ahead and just do normal bronze, because that should be enough bandwidth to handle if we hook up both. So 3 more bronze. Apparently I need to cook up bronze. Good thing I've been cooking up copper like mad. Let's get rid of this small pipe. And remember, 1 thing of water turns into 180 steam. So we don't really have to worry about using our small copper pipes for water, because we can make a lot of steam out of 100 liters of water. Alright, so we're going to do this over here, and we're going to leave enough room. I'm still going to be moving this to the basement eventually, but we'll go ahead and put both of them right there. That way we have room for both. But for right now, we're only going to hook up the one, because we still want some of our sluice juice to get dried. It's a nice way of getting us distilled water, which I do need to check. Yeah, we're doing good on distilled water. I forgot my wrench. Wrench, there we go. Alright, and Centrifuge needs the power to come in through the bottom. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. This thing is going to be way up there unless I do a couple more pipes. Let me see how I want to do this here. Completely forgot about the fact that this has to go from the bottom. Let me grab my scaffolding. And let's see. If we don't need the pipe, we can put for the first one, we could put it right on the machine, the boiler. That'll go like that. And then the centrifuge will end up being up there, touching the ceiling. And the sluice juice is going to come in there. And let's see here. Centrifuge. So items are going to go in the top. Items are going to come out the right. Fluids are going to go in the top, which is actually going to be a problem because I'm going to have to mess up my roof. And fluids come out the left. Okay, so that's the output, not the input. Doofus. All right, well, let's go ahead and just put it onto the boiler. We don't need the pipe if we're not hooking up both. And for right now, we're going to try doing it without hooking up both. And then we need to get the sluice juice from here, which we're going to do through downstairs. We're going to go ahead and just run this straight across here. And we're also going to have this. And so then we can do, this can come up through here. And that's going to have to go up and on the top. Now, did Centrifuge say, oh yeah, it definitely does not. It is only that side. So we can't put it in the back. I was hoping maybe we could. Got more, yeah, we got a little bit more zinc made up. I'm making up, or brass made up. I've been making up copper for the last few days, and now I've been making up zinc over there. So we can get some brass done. Alright, so one machine too many. This is the one we need right here. So we need to run this over and connect it to here, which we can just do like this, and then over and connect right there. That is the Sluice juicy. Alright. And now let's actually take a look at the sluice juice for a second. But let's go ahead and get this done while I'm thinking about it before I forget. Dump. There. Alright, so that's that. So now let's look at the sluice juice here. So we are going to be running it through a centrifuge. The reason why we're doing a steel centrifuge is because this recipe takes a minimum of 64 RU. And if you look at the bronze centrifuge, it maxes out at 64. The steel one starts at 64. And that means that it will take the same exact overclocking for the bronze and the steel centrifuges. So therefore, we can run this one from 64 to 256 without having any overclock charge. If we were running this recipe in the bronze one, we would only be able to run it at 64. So we're doing steel just in case we need another one. So now we should have our sluice juice in here, which, by the way, we're going to be getting stone dust, iron dust, copper dust, tin, zinc, and chromium, all 1% except for the stone, which is 96.4, and all in tinies. We're actually going to get regular water out of this, not distilled water. Now, technically, I kind of understand because it's dirty. It has been, it's not being heated, so it's not distilled. It kind of stinks. But because of that, we are going to make something here, which I just had a thing with Greg about these, so let me show you so you're not as confused. There is a shapeless crafting recipe to turn 1 blaze rod into 2 blaze powder. You can also put it into the shredder and get 2 medium piles of blaze powder. Now, if you look, that is 0.25 blaze per medium pile. If you go to the mortar, you're actually going to get 3 blaze powder, but blaze powder is actually the tiny dust. So it is 0.11. So you will get more of it from shredding it than you will from mortaring it, even though it really looks kind of weird. We don't have a shredder, we have a mortar, so that's what we're doing. And I'd have to have an item barrel to change my blaze powder over, so I need to make sure one of those gets saved for that, because there is no recipe to go from a 25 to a 111. Alright, so now we're going to put this in here, and that is going to make us an ender garbage bin. So trash bin deletes everything, items or fluids. There is a thing in here, and nothing will go away. Like if I put those in there, they won't go away for a second, so you can grab them. But eventually they will, and now they're gone. So I have no more glass bottles. I thought Greg had changed it, or had it set a long time ago, to where they wouldn't take anything till you closed the GUI, but I guess now it does close, or it does take it before you close it. So be very careful. I usually try to automate into them only. That way I know what needs to go in there is going in there. Don't be a shadow. Don't throw away your whole base, because you throw away your bag you put all of your base into. That would be very bad, and Bear would have to laugh at you for the next 100 years. I am never going to stop laughing at him for doing that. Okay, so now we are going to need barrels. That is for sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I am going to have to... let's take this outside. This isn't going to be the best. Well, you know what would be better than taking it outside? Why don't we take it down on the floor and put it in the basement? We don't have our boilers in the basement yet, so we can just come down and into the basement with it. And yes, I gotta go outside and get that. And I'm gonna need more pipes for this, but I at least have to get the stone dust one done first. because it is going to fill up very quickly. So we can run that there. And then I have a non-sheep item barrel that I made the other day. Hush it, Pooch. I gotta remember where I put it. Listen to all the boxes make all the noise because Bear forgot where he put something. That's fluid pipes. That's not what we're looking for. Why is everything fluid pipes around here? Wooden item barrel. There we go. Alright, I need 6 of these, not 5. Okay, so these are the regular ones, not the cheap ones. These will hold 10,000 instead of 5,000. These are made with iron. I'll be slowly changing a lot of my stone ones out to these. And we'll just put them down here like so. And for right now, we'll open that one up. And that will be where the stone goes. I should have a stone dust over here. Which once I get, hopefully I have enough stone dust. Oh, I do. Good. Alright, so we're going to turn this stone dust into a block of stone dust. And that means all those tinies that come through there are going to get turned into a block. Now let's go ahead and grab a stack of this. Since I don't think I hooked up the input, which I will get done when we get done here. Double check. Okay, we've got water. We're good there. Go ahead and turn it on. We got the water coming out. We have this going up. That is good. So once it gets heated up, I can go ahead and start this. And we can go ahead and start that. And let's see if this is enough to keep them going. Because I really need to get that sluice to actually run. And not be such a pain in the butt about it. Because I am wasting so much charcoal waiting on this thing to get sluice out of it. I normally make a tank for it, or I can run the sluice for a good long time and let it just fill up the tank, but then I end up having to run the dryer forever to empty it, and I can't run the sluice while it's emptying. So I figure this time we're going to try to just figure out how much we need to actually deal with it. I think I'm going to upgrade this next to Invar, which I will probably be putting in 2 more smelters, one for doing 2-to-1 ratio and one for doing 1-to-1 ratio. Actually, I need to do 3 because I need to do 1-to-4 ratio too. So I might be putting in 3 more automated smelters. And I did notice I was having a problem with this the other day. I was actually getting wrought iron out of it again. So might need to put in another one. I haven't started it because I want to get all this brass done, so I can pipe in the. There we go, and it is going and centrifuging our sluice juice. Perfect. And now this should start in a second. And let's see. 53, 51, 49. Goes up to 48, or 58. Back down to 51. Alright, it looks like that is actually going to be enough running just that one with that one, which is good because we need to make this faster because the crusher cannot keep up, or the crusher goes way faster than the sluice. So what we might end up doing is taking out this and putting in a couple more of the bronze boilers so we can pair them all up a little bit better, because the sluice runs at 144 ticks and this runs at 144 ticks, at least for the output. I haven't looked at what the sluice juice takes. Let's actually look at that. Sluice juice centrifuging is 16 ticks. Okay. And so that's why it is so much better. Okay. So the next centrifuge is going to be for the outputs for these here. We're going to be like the galena here. Instead of cooking it directly, we'll be running it through centrifuge, which will give us a little bit of lead, a little bit of silver, and a little bit of sphalerite. Yay, no more sulfur from our galena. That is awesome. So we get a 1.52% chance on each of, or we get a guaranteed of all three of them. Each one of the tiny refines is worth 1.5 or 0.152. Speak words. There is no chance. It's guaranteed you're going to get all three of them and the dust. And then the only thing we'll have to do is either have Boxinator to put these together, or what I just do with them, throw it in a shredder, and it'll make 170 seconds. So you'll have 1170 seconds. And that is what I'll end up doing with them. But then we have to make the shredder after that. Okay, so now we have the problem of the stone dust is full. And this is an easy fix. The reason why it is full is because it tried to pull out one of the other dusts, which it has no place to put. And now that is stuck in the pipe. So what we're going to do is make 5 more pipes, and we're going to go hook up all of those. Or wait a minute, we should be able to make 5 more pipes. We had 15 plates, 3 per, and then that'll fix that issue. We won't have to worry about that anymore. Alright, shut that off. Eat some ribeye. I need to get some more food. Alright. There, and there. Eventually we will change these over to be the full dust. And yes, I completely did that the wrong direction. And now I have copper in 2 of them. I realize this. I should have moved that one over. Alright, so we got tin there. We got tin there. Let's close these up for just a moment so we can quit having this issue. Put the tin there. We'll break this one out. We'll put the copper there. And then we can open this one, and then we should be able to open this one, and it won't get anything but what can't go in one of the other ones, and then same for that. So there's our zinc, there's our chrome, our copper, and our tin, and we should get iron eventually. We may actually have some up there, but brass pipes can only do one thing. It's very slow. We may end up having to upgrade this. Oh no, we're good. We don't have any sitting behind, so we're good. Alright, so now we shouldn't have to worry about filling up in here. It should go down now that we have it running. The only thing we have to worry about filling up now is this with all these tiny purifieds that it ends up getting. But we should now be able to run that a lot better. I'm going to end up making a, which I ought to actually put this here, and I haven't used it yet. So let's go ahead and take that over there for now. That'll give me twice as much room for holding things. And eventually all of this will get sent into the shredder and get shredded down, so we won't have to worry about it. But for right now, it's just going to go in there. Well, most of it's going to go to a centrifuge, all of it, except for gem stuff, really. We'll go to a centrifuge. And I will show you guys how I set up my collection for the tiny ones when we do that. But that is going to take something special before I can actually do that the way I normally do. But I think that is it for today. We've got our thing running, so now I can let that run for a while. I can finally, hopefully, get some coal done. I did add an extra bar to the barn. Greg and Crazy think it looks better that way. I think it looks better that way. And we spent a whole bunch of time in the prep stream cutting down trees, adding more willows out here. So I have a whole thing of willows over here to cut down now. Oh, and I almost forgot. Anybody watching that was watching the stream has probably been yelling at me, make the damn scope. Actually, there's two things I need to make. I keep dying stupidly and then have to run over here because I don't have a bed. So first off, let's make a bed. Get to work. Alright, so now I should spawn there. And the other thing I wanted to do was I wanted to make a scoop, because I have all of these daggone beehives everywhere. We can make a regular one, but we're going to make a GregTech one. And I'm trying to decide what... I'm going to see if I can make one out of willow the Greg way and just see how much it has. That's going to do the vanilla one. Greg's needs wire cutters and a hammer. I don't actually know. I'm sure there's wood one. There it is. So it is still a hammer and wire cutters. Alright, so wire cutter. And it needs the regular hammer. Alright, there we go. And it says it has 16 crafting recipes. I don't know what that is for mining recipes. But we can come out here and collect these bees. I have one that keeps looking like it spawned in this tree, which it most definitely did not. So that's that one. This is a GregTech Bumble Hive, which when you break them, make sure you save the hive, because you will need it. And then I got this water one right here. I need to bring some dirt out to deal with that. Alright, so we finally got that done, and let's see. 10 crafting, it had 16. So apparently it takes double the durability. And there's one other thing I wanted to show you with these. If you have some place that you need to go quick, you can always juice you some honey. And never have more than one bottle that you're drinking from, because it will kill you if you drink more than 2 at a time. They are very sweet, and you will die if you eat too many. But you can make honey and then eat it, and it gives you, 1 is speed, so 2 should have given me speed 2. You can tell it has. So now we can move just for, there we go, speed 3, jump boost 3. Just don't try to go mining, because you get mining fatigue too. And like I said, don't eat a third one. The third one will kill you. I've been there, done that. And you also get beeswax from doing that. And maybe next time we'll look at what we actually do with the GregTech bees and making a hive. So, have a good one. Take it easy. And I will see you next time.